Welcome to the English Master Channel podcast. I'm your host, Kim.
And I'm Pete. Welcome to episode 7. We're so glad you could join us today.
Today, we have a very practical and useful topic. We are going to talk all about meeting your new neighbors for the first time.
That's right. Moving to a new place is a big adventure, but meeting the people who live next to you can sometimes feel a little intimidating, especially if you're learning English.
Exactly. But having a good relationship with your neighbors is so important. It makes you feel safer and more connected to your community. A friendly hello can be the start of a great friendship.
It really can. So, in this episode, we'll give you some simple phrases and tips to make that first meeting easy and successful. Let's start with the very first step, the introduction.
Okay, so the first introduction. Pete, what's the most important thing to remember?
I think timing is everything. You don't want to bother people. The best time to introduce yourself is when you see your neighbors outside, naturally.
I agree. Like when they're getting their mail, taking out the trash, or maybe working in their garden. It feels much more casual that way.
Right. If you don't see them for a few days, it's also okay to knock on their door. Just choose a good time, like a weekend afternoon. Don't go too early in the morning or too late at night.
That's a great point. And when you do approach them, your body language is very important. Make sure to smile. A warm smile shows you are friendly and approachable.
Yes, and make eye contact. You don't have to stare, but looking at them when you speak shows confidence and respect.
So you found the right time, you're smiling. What do you actually say? Let's give our listeners a simple script they can use.
Great idea. You can walk over and say something like, "Hi, I don't think we've met yet. My name is Pete. My family and I just moved into the house on the corner."
That's perfect. It's simple, friendly, and gives all the important information. Then you can say, "It's very nice to meet you."
Exactly. Now, what about bringing a small gift, Kim? Like a plate of cookies or a small plant. Is that a good idea?
That can be a wonderful gesture. It shows you're thoughtful, but it's definitely not required. A friendly hello is more than enough. If you do bring something, keep it simple.
Right. You have to be careful with food because of allergies. I remember when I last moved, my new neighbor brought over a small card with their names on it and phone numbers, and a list of the local emergency numbers. It was so simple, but so incredibly helpful.
Oh, that is a fantastic idea. It's useful and very kind. So a small plant, a card, or something practical like that is a safe and thoughtful choice.
Okay, so we've made the introduction. Now we need to have a short conversation to get to know them a little. What are some good, safe questions to ask?
The key is to ask open-ended questions. Those are questions that can't be answered with a simple yes or no. A classic one is, how long have you been living in this neighborhood?
That's a great start. And when they answer, you can ask a follow-up question. If they say, "Oh, we've been here for 10 years," you can say, "Wow, 10 years. You must really like it here."
Yes, this shows you are listening. Another good question is, what do you like to do for fun around here? This can tell you about their hobbies and local activities.
That's a good one. It helps you find common interests. Maybe you both like hiking or visiting local cafes.
Exactly. And if you see they have children or a pet, you can always ask about them. People love to talk about their families and their pets.
Absolutely. Now, just as important as what to ask is what not to ask. What topics should we avoid, Kim?
This is very important. In the first meeting, you should avoid very personal or sensitive topics. This includes money, politics, and religion.
Keep the conversation light and positive. You should also avoid complaining. Don't complain about your old neighborhood or any problems with your new house. You want to make a good first impression.
That's right. And remember to keep the first conversation short. You can end it by saying, "Well, it was so nice to meet you. I'm sure we'll see you around."
A perfect friendly way to end the chat.
Okay, Our next section of tips is about how you can use this first meeting to learn more about your new neighborhood.
This is a great idea. Your neighbors are local experts. Asking them for advice shows that you value their opinion and it gives you really useful information.
It does. You can ask for recommendations. For example, we're still getting to know the area. Do you have a favorite local restaurant you'd recommend?
I love that question. I once asked a neighbor for a recommendation, and they told me about a small family owned pizza place that wasn't online. It's still my favorite place to go.
See, it's a great way to find hidden gems. You can also ask about practical things. For example, do you happen to know what day the trash and recycling are collected?
That is a very useful question for a new resident. You could also ask about the community. Something like, are there any neighborhood events that happen during the year?
Oh, that's a good one. It helps you understand the community's culture. And if you have kids, you could ask, are there any nice playgrounds nearby? Or what are the local schools like?
Exactly. These questions are helpful for you and they make the conversation flow naturally. It turns a simple hello into a really productive and friendly chat. Those are great tips for the first meeting, Kim, but what happens next? How do you turn that first friendly hello into a lasting positive relationship?
That's a fantastic question, Pete. The first introduction is just the beginning. The real work is in the small, consistent actions that follow. It's about building a foundation of trust and respect over time. This has been so helpful, Pete. I think our listeners have a lot of great tools now. Shall we do a quick recap?
Let's do it. So, three main things to remember. First is the introduction.
Right. Find a good, casual time to approach them. Smile, make eye contact, and use a simple opening line like, Hi, my name is Kim, and I just moved in next door.
Second, getting to know them. Ask simple, open ended questions about how long they've lived there, their hobbies, or their pets. Listen to their answers and find things you have in common.
And remember to avoid sensitive topics like money and politics. Keep the first conversation light and positive.
Third, learn about the neighborhood. Ask your neighbors for recommendations for restaurants, parks, or shops. This shows you value their opinion and helps you settle into your new community.
That's a perfect summary. The main goal is just to be a friendly, open, and respectful person. A good neighbor can make a new house truly feel like a home.
So well said. And it all starts with that first simple conversation. We hope these tips help you feel more confident when you meet your new neighbors.
That's all the time we have for today's episode of the English Master Channel. Thank you so much for listening.
Join us next time for another episode. Until then, goodbye, everyone.